Hey, it's Brian with Aquascape Construction, and it's that time of year again. We're getting ready for the Chicago 2017 Flower and Garden Show. This year's booth is going to be about 65 feet by 75 foot, and we've got all kinds of things going in here. So as you walk through this hallway that we've kind of created, the first thing you're going to notice is the facade of a house, with the typical walkway up to the front door, all to showcase our 3 basalt column setup. What we're really trying to do is reduce the amount of imagination people have to have. If I can show them exactly where those basalt columns would go in their front yard, give them something to relate to, I'm hoping we can sell more and more of them. We're also putting a pretty competitive price tag on it. This year, the price tag is $3,500. If you sign up at the show, you get 10% off. It's gonna be a great deal. And as you come this way, then you'll discover our next water feature, which is gonna be our stacked urn. The idea with this space is try to show people again that these water features can fit anywhere. If you've got a corner of a yard, a stacked urn might be perfect to kind of liven up that dead area of the yard. As you move around, you can't help but be drawn to what we're building over here. And this is gonna be this massive, massive structure. Chris and I came up with an idea for a different attention getter, which I'm gonna get to in a little bit. As you come this way, we've got some patio ponds sitting in here. We've gone ahead and plumbed up the gabion baskets. We're gonna do something a little different and have water kind of come out of this, fall into the bowl. We'll have some different bowls with some different heights and variation colors and stuff sitting there. You won't be able to stand here long because just past me is what we're calling our signature custom waterfall. The idea of this waterfall is not really to sell a lot of $12,000, $15,000 waterfalls, but more importantly to justify the cost of the $4,000 waterfall that'll be sitting right over in here. So we'll have our big and extreme and custom, and then another little tiny aqua basin waterfall sitting right in this area. Both of these falling towards a massive outdoor sitting room. There'll be a pergola structure put over the top, some really comfortable outdoor furniture, and really give a place where people can kind of sit, lounge around, and enjoy one of these 2 different waterfalls. From here, you'll now be relaxed, feeling like you should venture on a little bit further through the booth, and this will be our signature pond sitting over in here. We're just gonna do a 9 by 14 foot pond, typical waterfall off on the side, bring the water right up into the edge here so people can still interact with it, people can feed the fish, and we're gonna do that from this side and from the other side over in there. If you continue to walk past the pond, we've got a shed. The main reason I designed in the shed, there's 2 main reasons really. One is it's relatable. A lot of backyards have sheds, and so if I can give them something to relate to in their own backyard, they can visualize the features that are gonna sit around it. The other reason I put it in is strictly for storage. There's a lot of people down here working at the booth, so our lunches go in there, our refrigerators go in here, our jackets, all of our brochures and everything else. To my right is gonna be our Spillway bowl display. They're 2 big bowls that kind of fall into each other. Again, nice for small spaces, smaller budgets. If you've got the imagination, we can build it. So I've either just finished walking out of our booth or I'm just about to go back in. Either entrance works as an exit or an entrance. But at this particular one, just to my side, is gonna be a new product we have here. We're calling it the stacked wall for right now. It's another great addition to any small space type water feature. What we love about the show is not just the idea of coming up with something new and creative, but really testing new products. See what the public thinks about that stuff before we start manufacturing and selling it to the rest of the country. I'm thinking you guys are gonna love the new water feature we're putting right here. So I'm sitting at the outside of our booth, and at the outside of their booth, there's 2 main objectives. One, to kind of draw people in, get their interest, do something kind of grand and different, but maybe not necessarily realistic. The other thing we like to do from the outside of our booth is really camouflage what's on the inside, creating that mystery so not everybody knows what's going on inside. It draws more people in. When you can't see what's back behind it, you're more compelled to try to get in there. Right here where I'm sitting is gonna be a group of 9 basalt columns. So the whole idea of this group of 9 basalt columns is really to grab the attention, like I said, but more importantly to justify the cost of the 3 basalt columns we're due over there. This area here, from about this point all the way down to the other corner of our booth and then wrapped around, is gonna be filled with rain chains. It's an alternative way to bring water down a downspout without using a downspout really. And when I say a bunch of rain chains, I mean a lot. There are gonna be 150 rain chains all running from this overhead structure coming down. It's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be really unique. It'll definitely have a lot of noise. It's gonna draw a ton of attention. And with 150 of them coming down, it's gonna distort what's back behind it, creating that mystery again so you don't know exactly what's in that space behind you. So you can see we've done things a little different this year. We always try to do an attention getter, and I love the idea of the rain chains. It really knocked it out of the park this year. But we also had some other major takeaways. And the biggest thing I took away from this year is you have to get people funneled through your booth. If you can view it from the outside, you miss so many opportunities. Get them engaged, get them interacting with you. I love this show. You guys know how much I love this show. It allows me to stretch my imagination a little bit, try new products. Everything that we learned from the show, we hope to pass on to you guys, whether it's how we display an urn, whether it's how we build a waterfall, or even weird attention getters. So I hope you enjoyed this year's Flower and Garden Show. Hope to see you next time.